Welcome students. Today I will discuss trigonometric ratios of any angle. In class 10 you have determined trigonometric ratios of angle up to 90 degree. Now you know trigonometric angle may be of any magnitude. It may be greater than 90, 1000, 10,000 and anyone. So today I will try to find trigonometric ratios of any angle. So to find it we need some basic concept. All of you know it. Look, first quadrant. Quadrants. X O X dash and Y O Y dash. All of you know it. These two mutually perpendicular lines divides the plane into two parts, into four parts. Each part is known as quadrant. So this is first quadrant. First quadrant. This is second. This one is third. And this one is fourth quadrant. First, second, third, fourth. So there are four quadrants. So in coordinate geometry, you know, first quadrant, x means positive, x or y, x positive, y positive. Here x dash, x negative, y positive, x negative, y positive. Here x positive, y negative. And trigonometry, in first quadrant 0 to 90, 90 to 180 second quadrant, third quadrant 180 to 270, 270 to 360. And angle, look here, this one, these are called quadrant angle. Quadrant on the line, they are called quadrant angle. For example, 180, 90, 270. So there are four quadrants. So you know angle may be of any magnitude. So 300 degree belongs to which quadrant? Belongs to which quadrant? This symbol is belongs to. So look, you divide 300 by 90. So 3, 270. This is 30. So 300 equals to 90 into 3 plus 30 degree. So 90 into 1, 90 into 2, 90 into 3 plus. So it is in fourth quadrant. So belongs to fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant. 300 degree belongs to fourth quadrant. So divide it by 90 degree. So this is 90 into 1, 90 into 2, 90 into 3 plus. If it is plus here, if it is minus here. So for example, 1000 degree. 1000 degree. So divide it by 90. So 90, this is again 100. Okay. So 1000 degree equals to 90 degree into 11 plus 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It is 11. Then plus. So it belongs to fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant. 90 plus this. It is 12th quadrant. 12 means fourth quadrant. So there are 4 quadrants and you can find angle, any angle, its position in respect to quadrant. Now, all sine can cos rule. Today we are considering only the basic concept. All sine can cos rule. All sine can cos rule. So look, suppose there is a point P, it is in first quadrant. So this is PM, perpendicular. This is OP. So this angle is theta. So look, OM, it is positive. This one is, positive. And it is neither vertical nor horizontal. We make an assumption. OX is initial, OP is final. So it is revolving ray. XOP, this angle is theta. So we always consider revolving ray. This is this position OP. It is positive, whatever may be the position of quadrant. If it is in second quadrant, then also OP is positive. So sine theta, this is PM by OP. Now PM, it is positive. OP, this is our assumption, so positive. Cos theta, OM by OP, so positive by positive. You only remember the result. Tan theta, PM by OP, so positive by positive, equals to positive. So reciprocal of B is also positive. So all trigonometric ratios are positive. In first quadrant, all T ratios are positive. So that is why it is all. All T ratios are positive. Similarly, if it is in second quadrant, this is P, this is M, X dash, this is X, O, Y. This position, OP is always considered as positive. So it can be proved that in second quadrant, sine is positive. Look, sine theta. So this is PM, this is positive, OP. OP is also positive because this is our assumption. So PM by OP, this is positive. Cos theta, OM by OP. OM is negative, OP is positive. So cos is negative. So in second quadrant, sine is positive. Sine means cosec. In third quadrant, tan is positive. And in fourth quadrant, cos is positive. So, what is the rule? You only remember the result. In first quadrant, all trigonometric ratios are positive. In second quadrant, sine is positive. Here tangent is positive. Here cosine is positive. This is all sine, tan, cos rule. So you only remember the result rule. So first one is quadrant, second one is all sine, tan, cos rule. Then third one, T ratios of negative angle. Trigonometric ratios are of negative angle. You know, negative angle is also possible in trigonometry. When rotation is OA, this is OB. Clockwise, this one is negative angle. If rotation is anticlockwise, then it is positive. So what is trigonometric ratios of negative angle? So you only remember the result. So this is P, PM. Now this angle anticlockwise, this is theta, this is O. Now make a construction. PM equals to MQ. Add OQ. Now PM equals to MQ. Actually their magnitude is same, but look, this is in opposite direction. PM equals to minus MQ. OM equals to OM. And it is right angle triangle. So POM congruent to QOM. Congruent to QOM. So this is PM, opposite angle is theta. So this angle is theta, opposite angle. So POM is theta. So angle MOQ is theta also, but it is negative. Because their magnitude is same, we are taking it anti-clockwise direction. Now, what is sine minus theta? If we consider this triangle MOQ, sine of minus theta, MQ by OQ. So what is MQ? So you may say MQ equals to MP. But look, this is in fourth quadrant. So their magnitude is same, but opposite direction. So this is minus MP. And OP equals to OQ. So they are congruent. So OP equals to OQ. And this is revolving ray. We consider this as positive. So minus outside MP by OP equals to MP by OP, upper triangle minus sine theta. So sine of minus theta is minus sine theta. No need of proof, you always remember the result. So similarly, do cos of minus theta. So from lower triangle, OM by OQ. Now OM equals to OM. This is common. OQ equals to OP. So look at the upper triangle. This is cosine of theta. So cos of minus theta is cos theta. Now tan of minus theta from figure. from the lower triangle, MQ by OM. So minus MP by OM minus MP. So minus tan theta. Minus tan theta. So we are finding 3. So we can write cosec of minus theta equals to minus cosec. So T ratios of negative angle. Now what are the result? Sine of minus theta minus sine theta. Cosec, so this is reciprocal of it, so minus cosec theta. Cos of minus theta, cos absorb negative sign. Similarly, sec, reciprocal of this is also tan of minus theta minus tan theta. Sec of cot of minus theta minus cot. So these are trigonometric ratios of negative angle. But in secondary level, we have studied only positive angle. Now application. So cos of minus 30 equals to cos 30 equals to root 3 by 2. So sine of minus 30 equals to minus sine 30 equals to minus 1. So T ratios of negative angle. First quadrant, all sine tan cos rule, then T ratios of negative angle. Now, number 4. Trigonometric ratios of any angle. Trigonometric ratios of any angle for greater than 90. Now suppose sine 210 degree. So we can write it, if we divide it in terms, we know the quadrant, this is 90 into 2 plus 10 plus 30. So this is greater than 90. So it belongs to third quadrant. 90 into 2 plus 30. So it belongs to third quadrant. So if it is even multiple of 90, rule says, I am writing the rule, then trigonometric ratios will remain unchanged. So it is even multiple. So sine 30. Then we see the quadrant, in which quadrant 210 degree lies. It lies in third quadrant. In third quadrant is negative. So this is minus sine 30. So minus half. Now tan 210, same angle, tan 90 into 2 plus 30. So it is even multiple. So tan will remain tan 30. It lies in third quadrant. In third quadrant, tan is positive. So 1 by root 3. Now, if we take this as sec 210, sec 90 into 2 plus 30. So sec 30. In third quadrant, it is negative. So minus 2 by root 3. Cos 60 root 3 by 2, this is minus root 3 by 2. So what is our rule? Rule 1. If theta is associated with even multiple of 90 by plus or minus sign, by plus or minus sign. This is theta. This one is theta. Is associated with even multiple of 90 degree by it is plus or minus. Then T ratios, trigonometric ratios will remain unchanged. Will remain unchanged. Then this is sin 30, but in second, third quadrant it is negative. So sin will be determined by SIGM. Sin will be determined by all sin, tan, cos, root. Sin will be determined by all sin, tan, cos, root. Look again, if theta is associated with even multiple of 90, even multiple of 90 by plus or minus sign, the T ratio will remain unchanged. So this is our rule. Suppose it is sin 120. You can write also sin 90 into 2 minus 60. So it is even multiple. So sin 60. Even multiple of 90 degree by plus or minus sign. Here it is plus, it may be minus. So even multiple, sin 60. Then 120 degree, 90 into 2, 1 into 2 minus, it lies in second quadrant. So in second quadrant it is positive. So that is why this is root 3 by 2. This is root 3 by 2. Now you may say this is 180 plus 30. So if theta is associated with multiple of 180, then T ratio will remain unchanged. You can also write it 180 means even multiple. So 180, it is multiple of 180, then T ratios will remain unchanged. Or you can use this one. Now sin 120. You can write it as dividing by 90, 90 into 1 plus 30. So it is odd multiple. If it is odd multiple, then sin will be cos 30. And it lies in second quadrant, it is plus. So cos 30 is root 3 by 2. Listen. It is odd multiple of 90, trigonometric ratios will remain unchanged. And sin will be determined by all sin, tan, cos rule. What you have to, sin is changed to cos. We do not see the quadrant of transformed trigonometric ratios, original trigonometric ratios. For example, tan 1 to 0. Tan 90 degree into 1 plus 30. So if it is tan, it will be cot 30. Now we see the quadrant of original trigonometric ratio, not the cot. In second quadrant, tan is negative. So minus 1 by 3. So it may be of even multiple or odd multiple. So rule 2. If theta is associated with odd multiple of 90 degree, odd multiple of 90 degree by plus or minus sign, then T ratios will be changed T ratios will be changed. For example, sine will be cos, tan will be cot. Cot means cotangent. Sec will be cosec and vice versa. Vice versa means converse. Cos will be sine. And second one is unchanged. Sine will be determined by all sine tan cos. So there are two rules. If it is odd multiple of 90 degree, then T ratios will be changed. How it is changed? Sine will be cos, tan will be cot, sec will be cosec, and vice versa, conversely. And sine will be determined by all sine tan cos rule. Now using these two rules, you can use one or two as you please. So let us consider some basic problems. So tan 315. So 315, 90 into 3, 270. So this is 45. So this is tan 90 into 3 plus 45. So it is odd multiple. It is odd multiple. So sine will be changed to cot. So cot 45 by root 2. And it lies in fourth quadrant. This is 19 to 1, 19 to 2, 19 to 3 plus. So 3 plus. So it is in fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant, tan is negative. Therefore it is minus. So this is minus 1. So now you can also solve it. Look, tan 90 degree into 4 minus 45 degree. Look, same result. So here theta is associated with even multiple of 90. So T ratios will remain unchanged, tan 45. And it is in fourth quadrant, it is negative. So this minus determines quadrant. If it is minus, you do not think that it minus comes here. This minus determines the quadrant. So this is minus 1. So as you please. You can multiply it by even multiple, you can multiply it by odd multiple. Or you can express it in terms of multiple of 1. Suppose sine 180 minus theta. So if it is multiple of 180, that is even multiple of 90 degree. So sine remains sine, so this is sine theta. And in second quadrant is plus. Look, tan 180 minus theta. Someone write it in terms of multiple of 180. Multiple of 180 means even multiple of 90 degree. That is why trigonometric ratio is not changing. In second quadrant is negative. Only sine is positive. If it is 180 minus theta. Obviously cosec is positive. So cos 180 minus theta. So this is minus cos theta. So you can apply here rule 2 also. 19 to 2 minus theta. Or it is multiple of y. If theta is associated with multiple of 180, T ratio will remain unchanged. In some books, it may be stated in this way. Now for negative trigonometric ratios. So cos minus 300 degree. Now cos of minus theta, you know, cos 300. Cos 300. So this is cos. Now it is 90 into 3 plus 30. It is odd multiple. So cos will be sin 30. Now it is in which quadrant? 90 into 3 plus. So it is in fourth quadrant. In fourth quadrant, do not see sin. We see the original trigonometry ratio. This is cos, not the transform one. It is in fourth quadrant. In fourth quadrant, cos is positive. That is why this is plus. So this is half. Now cot minus 405 cot. So cot of minus theta is minus cot theta. So minus outside cot 90 into 3, 90 into 4, 360 plus 45. So minus outside, it is even multiple. So cot 45. Now 405. 4 plus theta. This is in fifth quadrant. Fifth quadrant means first quadrant. So it is positive. So value is minus 1. Value is minus 1. Now we solve a problem. So tan 315 cot minus 405 degree cot 495 tan minus 585 degree. Now convert the negative ratios to positive. So cot of minus theta is minus cot theta. So this one is plus. Cot 495 and tan 585 degree. So this will be minus. So minus tan 90 into 3, 270 plus 45. Cot 90 into 4 plus 41. Minus as it is. Cot 90 into 5, 400. Plus 45. Tan 585. So 90 into 4, 540, 45 degree. So first convert negative angle to positive angle. Then use rule 1 and rule 2. Now minus outside. This is cot 45. In fourth quadrant it is negative. So this is minus. So even multiple. This is cot 45 in fifth quadrant. (360 plus 45) in fifth quadrant. That is, it is in first quadrant. It is positive. So minus this. This minus as it is, this is minus cot 45. Then this minus as it is. This is odd multiple. So tan 45. It is in sixth quadrant. 5 plus sixth quadrant. That is in second quadrant. This is negative. and it is tan. So tan 90 into 4. So tan 45, and it is in fourth quadrant. Fourth plus theta, fifth quadrant. That is in first quadrant. So this minus plus. So this is minus 1 into 1, minus 1 into 1. So this is, so answer is 2. So today, through these videos, we have studied basic concepts, some basic concepts, trigonometric ratios of any angle. So to find it, you have to know what is quadrant, trigonometric ratios of negative angle, all sine, tan, cos rule, and how to convert trigonometric ratios of any angle into acute angle by using rule 1 and rule 2. So these are the basic concepts, and we solve some simple problem. In the next class, I will solve some additional problem using this concept. Thank you for today.